I'm Hero, a gemologist with a dream. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated by the stories gems can tell. My parents always said I had rocks in my head, but I knew it was more than that. Each crystal, each stone held secrets of the earth. When I found this map to a legendary Colombian emerald hidden in Japan, I knew I had to go. This could be my big break. The flight to Japan was nerve-wracking. What if the map was fake? What if I was chasing a fairy tale? But as the plane touched down in Tokyo, I felt a surge of excitement. This was real. I was really doing this. Japan was nothing like I expected. The map led me deep into forests that seemed alive. The trees whispered secrets, and shadows danced at the corner of my vision. Something magical was happening. Suddenly, I was face to face with creatures I thought only existed in myths. A kappa lunged at me from a stream. Its turtle-like body glistened in the moonlight, its hollow head filled with water. I froze, unsure what to do. Ha, I barely escaped, my heart pounding. What had I gotten myself into? But I couldn't turn back now. I'd come too far, risked too much. And each step brought new challenges. A teng swooped down from the trees, its wings creating a fierce wind. Its long nose and fierce eyes terrified me, but I stood my ground. I had to outsmart these creatures. I used my knowledge of crystals to outsmart them. A strategically placed quartz confused the teng's sense of direction. As I progressed, I felt myself changing. I was no longer just Hero the Gemologist. I was becoming Hero the Adventurer. Finally, I reached the location. A massive dragon coiled around an ancient tree, guarding my prize. Its scales shimmered like opals. Its eyes glowed like rubies. It was beautiful and terrifying. The battle was intense. I used every trick I knew, every bit of courage I had. I dodged its fiery breath, leapt over its sweeping tail. My muscles ached, but I couldn't give up. In a moment of inspiration, I used the dragon's reflection in a large piece of mica to confuse it. As the dragon lunged at its own reflection, I made a dash for the emerald. At last, I held the emerald in my hands. It was beautiful, glowing with an inner fire. I could hardly believe I'd found it. I could almost feel the weight of its history, the stories it could tell. Each facet seemed to hold a secret, waiting to be uncovered. The map had led me true, but I couldn't help wondering what other secrets it might hold. Back home, I couldn't wait to analyze my treasure. The lab felt alive with possibility as I ran test after test, each one bringing me closer to unraveling the emerald's secrets. But as the results started coming in, my excitement turned to disbelief. Synthetic. The emerald was synthetic. I couldn't believe my eyes at first. I ran the tests again and again, hoping for a different result. But each time the truth stared back at me. All that journey, all those battles, for a lab-created stone. In that moment, I felt lost. The line between reality and fantasy blurred, and I questioned everything I thought I knew. I was devastated. The dreams I had built came crashing down around me, but as I sat there, surrounded by the remnants of my adventure, I began to wonder if perhaps the journey itself was the real treasure all along. For days I couldn't look at the emerald. It sat on my desk mocking me, but then I realized something important. Something that changed everything. The real treasure wasn't the emerald. It was the journey, the challenges I overcame, the person I became. I looked at my reflection and saw someone different. Someone braver, stronger, wiser. Sometimes, the most valuable things can't be held in your hand. They're the experiences that shape who you are. That synthetic emerald taught me more than any natural gem ever could. It taught me that the value of a journey isn't in its destination, but in the path we take to get there. Now, when I look at gems, I don't just see their monetary worth. I see the stories they can inspire, the adventures they can spark. And who knows, maybe someday I'll go on another quest. But this time, I'll know that the real treasure is the journey itself. After all, isn't that what life is all about? The adventures we choose to take and the person we become along the way. So here's to the next adventure, whatever it may be. Because now I know I'm ready for anything.